Hello, thank you for joining me for this anti-desk yoga session. It's just a really short offering, something that you can slide into your lunch hour or maybe do at the end of your day. We're going to be targeting kind of the sticky areas that start to get quite tense or quite tight when we've been sat down, slumped over a computer all day. You'll need a little bit of space. A mat isn't totally necessary, but I would ask that you maybe grab a little bit of support, maybe a block or a cushion or something that you'll need about halfway through the practice, just to support your head a little bit. When you're ready, we're going to meet at the top of our mat or the top of our space, wherever you're doing it, and I'll see you there. Find a nice grounding stance through the feet. Feet separate is ideal for where we're going to go. And you're just going to start by having your arms either side of your body. Little shake out, loosey-goosey. Tell the body we're going to move. And let that subside. Ooh. And then let's bring the hands all the way up to the sky. Your hands are going to touch in prayer overhead, but you're going to immediately interlace the fingers and then turn the palms up to the sky and press the palms as high as you can get them. You let the shoulders rise all the way up towards the ears. And then we're going to take a little side stretch. So you're going to start to lean over to the right hand side. You let your hips move out to the left. If you want it be a little bit deeper, you can bring your left foot on the outside of your right. Slowly come back up to center, and we'll just go to the opposite side. So reaching up, leaning over to the left. And again, you can take your right foot behind your left so that this side stretch goes all the way through. You can probably feel it, the arm, the armpit, the side body, maybe even right into that hip point. And then slowly come all the way back up. Release the hands down either side of your body. Take a moment, maybe feel the warmth across the top and the back of your shoulders. Let's bring the shoulders all the way up towards the ears. And then really gently just roll them back down. Up towards the ears. And then roll them back down. One more like this, up towards the ears. And then slowly back and round. Bring the hands up to the sky once again. This time you're going to lift the gaze up towards the thumbs. And we'll fold forward. So little bend into the knees. Might have quite tight hamstrings if you've been at a desk all day. So nice big bend into the knees. And we're going to come into a rag doll. So make sure your feet are still separate. Slightly different rag doll. Let your head get really heavy. And then just bring your hands behind the small of your back and interlace your fingers. Either heels of the hands squeeze together or they stay separate. So whatever works best in your shoulders. Let your head get heavy again. And then see if you can lift the knuckles of your fingers up towards the sky. They might even go all the way overhead. The slow and steady breaths here into the base of the belly. With care, let's release the hands first back to the small of the back and then down onto the ground. And we're going to step back into kind of low lunge type thing. So you're going to step your left foot all the way to the back of the mat. You're going to bring your left knee down and you're going to untuck your left toes. Hands are going to come around the front foot and see if you can actually lift the heart away from the right leg. Then you're going to drape the top half of your body over the right thigh. And again, let your head get heavy. So a big stretch into the front of your hip flexor. What tends to happen when we're sitting a lot is that our hip flexors become quite tight. Yeah, they're not being used and maneuvered in a in a dynamic way for a really long period of time. So this might feel really, really strong. If that's the case, just lift the head a little bit. Yeah, so when we lift the head, the sensation lessens ever so slightly. So really nice and easy now. If you're draped fully over, start to come back. Your left hand's going to come onto the ground under the left shoulder. And we're going to reach the right arm all the way up to the sky. I'm going to do that twice more. Exhale, right hand comes down around the outside of the right foot. Inhale, right arm comes all the way up. Really reach through the fingertips, feel the chest open. Exhale, right hand comes down. And then last one, inhale, right hand comes all the way up. Beautiful. Now feel lots of energy reaching from fingers to fingers. And you're going to come into a little twist. So you're going to start to lift yourself up. Left hand lifts off the ground. Right hand just to the back of the left leg. Left arm up to the sky. So back into a side stretch, like this crescent shape, if you could see the left side of your body, all the way from your left knee to your left finger. You're going to take one more full breath in here. And then as you exhale, you're just going to release the hands around the front foot. And we're going to step forward to the top of the mat. No vinyasas in this class. Step forward to the top of the mat. Come back into your ragdoll. Hands come around the elbows. Head is heavy. And just take a moment to notice. Oh, what feels different? What feels hopefully good? Very simply release the hands down to the mat, and we're going to come to the second side. So just step your right foot all the way back. Right knee comes down to the earth, and then same as before, untuck your right toes. Walk your hands in ever so slightly. Roll your shoulders back, lift your heart a little. And then as you're ready, you're going to drape the top half of your body over your left thigh. And remember, your head is almost like your accelerator pedal. So the heavier your head gets, the deeper the stretch will be into the front of your right hip flexor. So the depth is entirely within your control. Yeah. And you can always shuffle the right knee in a little bit if you want to. Let's bring the right hand back under the right shoulder. We're taking that little twisting motion. As you inhale, your left arm's going to reach all the way up towards the sky. Exhale, left hand comes back towards the earth. So 2 more like that. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale, hand lifts up. We're going to keep it lifted. You can imagine someone's pulling us up from the left wrist. We come all the way up, right hand lifting off the ground, and then left hand is going to come to the back of the right leg, wherever's comfy, right hand up to the sky. And again, it's that little crescent shape that we're making through the right side body. As you exhale, gently release both hands around the front foot. This time, we're going to tuck our right toes, lift our right knee, and we're going to step back to a plank pose. Just for a moment, I promise. You're going to bring your knees down to the earth, untuck your toes, and then slowly come all the way down onto the front of your body. We come into broken wing. This is a really, really lovely way to open into the chest. So right hand reaches out to the right hand side. Left hand is under the left shoulder and the left leg bends. And you're going to roll over onto the right side of the body. Now you can use your support, whatever it is, to support the head, the block or a cushion or something underneath your head. And if this feels too strong in the left hip point, you can just straighten the leg away from you. If you're not feeling anything, if you're looking for a little bit more, you can cactus bend your right elbow. This will increase the sensation quite significantly, so do be gentle. Let's come back onto the front of our body, and we're just going to take it over to the other side. So right hand is under your right shoulder, left arm reaches out to the left hand side, and you're going to bend the right knee, and you're going to roll over onto the left side of the body. And again, you might take your support underneath your head. Beautiful. Just a few slow and steady breaths. Make sure your right leg's in a place where you're not creating constriction or pinching or this like sense of stuckness in the right hip point. Let's start to come all the way back onto the front of our body. Remove the support if you have it. And then you're just going to take your hands under your shoulders. You're going to press back into child's pose. Just for a moment, big deep breath into the back of the lungs. Long breath out. And then let's slowly come all the way up onto our seat. So bum over the heels. Sink the seat off to one side, extend the legs out in front of you. So another thing that tends to happen when we're sitting on our booties at our desk all day is our hamstrings start to get quite tight. So we're going to come into a really nice hamstring and lower back stretch. So I'd like you to straighten, and I say that with air quotes, your legs in front of you, because I want you to keep a bend in the knees. You're going to reach your hands all the way up to the ceiling. And then you're going to start to fold forwards so that the belly and the chest come and rest on your thighs. And you're going to take your hands around the outer edges of your feet. Nice long breath in, feel like the spine is lengthening. And then exhale to fold. So you might be like, yes, this is juicy. This is where I'm going to stay. If that's you, stay, enjoy. If you are hoping for a little bit more sensation in the backs of your legs, you're going to slide your heels a little bit further forward, but I'm going to challenge you to keep your belly and your thighs connected. So we're targeting both top and bottom half of the back body. Head can get nice and heavy. You're just going to release your hands now, either side of your legs, and you're going to slowly pad yourself back up to seated. Beautiful. Bend the legs a little bit more. We're going to come into reverse tabletop. The other thing that happens when we sit at a desk a lot is that our glutes switch off. Yeah, they're not being used. We're going to switch them on just very gently. Hands are going to come behind you. Press into your feet. Lift your hips up to the sky so you're in your reverse tabletop position. If it's okay in your neck, there's no injury, you can, of course, hang your head back. But can we focus actually on engaging the glutes? Not so tightly that you start to get cramp, but just enough so you're like, okay, re-waking them back up. If your head is hanging back, slowly bring your chin towards your chest. Together we bring our seat down towards the earth. And then we're going to come onto the back of our body. So hands around the front of the legs, a little bit of support as you come down, down, down onto your back. I always think it's the best thing to end any kind of practice with a little twist. So we're going to straighten the right leg away from us, bring the left knee into your chest, a big squeeze. And then you're going to guide that left leg over to the right hand side. Maybe your hips shift a little to the left to create a really lovely twist through the whole of your spine. And then left arm reaches out to the left. You might turn this into cat's tail. For cat's tail, you'll bend your right knee and then see if you can reach down and catch your right foot with your left hand. Slowly we release. Right leg straightens if you've got the foot. Left knee comes back up and we'll just swap it over. So left leg straightens, right knee comes into the chest, and we'll guide the right leg over to the left hand side. Again, you might shift your hips a little bit to the right so you've got a really nourishing twist, really deep twist as well. Again, you have the option to stay or kind of cat's tail variation, bend the left knee, See if you can reach back or reach down, I should say, and catch the left foot with the right hand. Beautiful. Let's release the left foot. Come all the way back up to the center. You're going to give your knees a nice big squeeze into the chest, maybe a few circles with them. Keep the knees together so you can work into all the pressure points of the lower spine. And then if you're at the end of your day, you can chill out. If you're halfway through your day like me, we are going to start to rock forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. We're going to try and come all the way up to standing. Woo! Yeah, beautiful. Grab yourself a glass of water and go and smash the rest of your day. See you later.